What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to give you guys a quick little update on these avocados I harvested on my Haas avocado. It's actually a lamb Haas, and right now we are in the first week of February. So these are looking good. I am in Temecula, Southern California, so we have extreme weather. What do I mean by that? Summers get well over 100 degrees. So June, July, August, September, all the way up to October, long season, long summer season, well over the triple digits. And then starting around November all the way to March, we have very cold weather as soon as the sun goes down until sunrise. So extreme weather, right? Desert. And everybody says you can't grow avocados in Temecula. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna prove you guys wrong. So I'm not gonna lie, the first year it was almost defeating and almost beat me to a bloody pulp because I killed 4, 5, 6 avocado trees. And that was simply just learning how to grow in this area. And especially the types of avocados that you're growing are really important. Besides the weather, super important is the soil you're growing in. When I killed the avocado trees, it was error on my behalf, simply trying to grow in clay soil. Nothing grows in clay that I know of. And fruit trees, like a lot of trees, they like drainy soil. Clay gets rock hard when it's dry, and it gets saturated in clay, like Play-Doh, when it's wet, and it stays wet for a long time. So the water just sits there and stays there for too much time. So these are some avocados that I recently harvested, and this one's black, just about ready to open. There's still a little bit of green on it, very little, but compared to this one. And let's open this guy up real quick just to see what we look like. Bam! Oh man, my mouth is watering already. So these things are amazing. What's crazy is it's in Temecula. So you have to baby your trees. The first couple of years you put them in your backyard. Yes, if you want to make everybody right by, oh, you can't grow in Temecula, most people are right because they get a brand new tree that they buy from the nursery that's most likely not locally from where their backyard is. They get it and throw it in the dirt in the backyard and get 12 hours of sun, 100-degree weather. They water it once a month, and of course, you're going to die. You're going to kill the tree. You're going to fail. So let me take a quick bite of this guy real quick. Wow. Yeah, definitely. This is what everybody wants to do and grow. So might as well do it. I'm going to give you some tricks and tips on how to do this the right way, even in extreme weathers. First off, let's go take a look at the tree that I took these off of, all right? So let's go take a quick peek. So good, I can't wait to go finish that. So here's my lamb Haas. It's been in the dirt for 3 years now. It's not even in the dirt. It's in a raised garden bed, okay? It's about 2 feet off the ground. My soil right here on the ground is clay soil. So as we talked about, nothing grows in clay. Build a raised garden bed and put some really good draining loose soil, and I'll show you the best way to prepare that soil. So look at this. So right now we're in February. Flowers are just starting to pop out. What is this? Okay, avocados. All right, we got some avocados. We got what, 3 of them right here? Sorry for all the movement, but here's 1, 2. These are nice and big boys too. Real big. Sorry, I'm making you dizzy with the video. What do you gotta do though? It's I don't have a cameraman. So, middle of the first week of February right now. And there you go. See, avocados. So here, what we could do, see, harvest this bad boy, and we'll get this ready to eat in a couple days here. And lots of new growth on it, new leaves, lots of flowers starting. So I can't wait for these bad boys to explode. There's a lot of tricks to keeping these things alive. The first 2 years are the most important, trying to keep your avocados alive, because there's shock, right? From the nursery, where it's been living for the past few years, all the way to your backyard. And watering schedule, the microclimate you have, too much sun, not enough sun. So in the summer months, see this right here? That's a shade cloth, a 30% shade cloth. So it blocks 30% of the sun that comes beating down on our trees. So all our pots, all our avocado trees that don't like 100-degree weather, put them under your shade cloth. It'll protect them for the first couple years. In the winter time, I recommend getting a pop-up greenhouse, just because they don't like avocado trees. They do not like, what's this? Oh, avocado. They don't like freezing cold temperatures. Things like 30 degrees, then things start to die off. Whoops, sorry for the sun. Let's go take a quick peek in here. So in the greenhouse, I have a fan, I have a thermometer, some heaters for when it dips below 40 degrees. I like to keep it above 40 degrees. And we have some nice avocado trees doing great on top of it, growing great. We have new shoots, new leaves coming out. Also have all our little babies, right? All our grafts. So this one is a combination. So this is a lamb haas. Let me see if I can show you. Lamb haas on one stalk, and on the other side is a fuerte. Okay, and even the fuerte took off. So everything's growing. Everything's looking good. Mexico La Grande. Here you go, look at this guy. This is a bacon that I have. It's a bacon, yeah, it's a bacon. And first week of, there you go, look at that. First week of February, we're already getting lots of flowers. Sorry if it's not in focus, and leaves are covering everything. Not bad. Really excited for these guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep this greenhouse for another month, and then everything comes out. And then in June, I put a shade cloth over everything. The shade cloth definitely helps them out. Again, you don't have to do this forever. Already on this tree right here, which I'm collecting avocados. Got about 20, 25 of them this harvest, and still going. Obviously it's too big. You could set up the greenhouse around it, but too much work, not needed. You could also put a sprinkler on it, a timer, so that it rains during the hot season 2-3 times a day, kind of like the rainforest. So I have a sprinkler turn on for 1 minute at a time, and it cools the tree off. So when it's 110 degrees outside, cool the tree off. It works great. It really does. Again, make sure your soil is draining great, okay? Any tree, it's gonna drown in soggy clay soil. So let's not do that. I'm gonna show you how I like to mix my soils. I've done several videos, and you know what? Honestly, there's no perfect way of doing it. Whatever really fits your pocketbook and your budget. But here's a reed that I found at a nursery, and it needed some love. And I recently potted it into the 15-gallon. And I had this that I saved. I always save my steaks. But check out this reed that was basically dead, and now looking great. Okay, this was also in the greenhouse, and now we have new leaves, new shoots. Beautiful. All right, so this guy is gonna be flowering in probably about 3 months from now. I don't expect to get any fruit off of this guy for another year or so, also because I have it in a pot. But when you place them in a large raised bed, this is a 4x4 raised bed, and it's 6 inches bored, so 6, 12, 18 inches off the ground. It takes about 2 to 3 years after that to actually start getting avocados, so just keep that in mind. I like keeping everything in the pots for many purposes. One, you can move them around in the winter and the summer, and I have a really good control on the irrigation. I know I could see exactly how much water and fertilizers are going into each one individual. The raised pots, big beds work great. So mixing your soil, construction sand, native soil, perlite. What else? I use garden soil, those big bags of garden soil. Let's take a look. Watch this. And then also recently, like I was saying, whatever fits your budget. If you got a little bit extra, a few extra bucks, what works good is this palm and cactus citrus mix, okay? Some people plant directly in this stuff. I don't like doing it directly 100% of this. And definitely don't want to do 100% of this, right? This, believe it or not, gets soggy, even though it drains well, but it still stays wet a long time. So I like to do like a quarter of this, a quarter of this, a quarter of the construction sand, and then a quarter of your native soil. Okay, so this is already mixed, believe it or not. It's already mixed, but see, it seems like it's all clumpy, but this, you could break it up nicely. So this is good stuff. It's been sitting here ready to go. The only thing I need to add to this pile is fertilizer and perlite. And perlite is all, you know what, I got a big bag right here of perlite. Perlite, right? It's upside down, but whatever. And perlite is this stuff, right? So it's very light, very airy. It flies away in the wind. But this is a little batch mixed up for when I do my transplanting. And in here there's native soil, there's that garden soil, citrus mix, cactus mix, and of course the perlite. So see, this is a piece of clay. Kind of hard to tell right now, it's so small, but this piece of clay, and it's hard, really hard. Crumbles when it's dry, if you break it, and then it stays wet like Play-Doh. Anyways, guys, don't forget to fertilize, feed your trees, especially when they're in pots. These trees, they feed a lot. They eat worse than you and I. We eat a lot, right? And we need our nutrition to keep growing, grow our hair, right? Our muscles, all that good stuff. So good watering, cold months, I don't know, every 3 days you get to water them, depending on the tree size. Summer months, even 2 times a day. Inside your pots is very important. You check frequently the hydration of your trees. In the summer months when it's 110 degrees, things will die quickly. So here is a gem that I recently added to the avocado family. Doing good new growth. And again, February, we have all our shoots starting to come up, all our flowers. So supposedly a gem is a great variety for hot months. I have not received any fruits off of this guy yet. And again, I don't expect to because it's only in a 15-gallon. But you can. I've had plenty of trees in 15 gallons that give you fruit. But always, recommendation also, small trees, the smaller they are, the longer it's going to take, right? So buy a big tree if you can, and then work with that. Your small trees that are in 5-gallon buckets, even your 15-gallon buckets, the first few years when those flowers come up, I recommend let's take away the energy from trying to produce a fruit and focus on root development and branches and leaves and height and strength. So the first year, 2 years of growing from a small tree, cut off those flowers. Those flowers bud up and shoot out, and then the flower comes up. Yeah, they're good for the bees and help pollinate your other bigger, larger trees. But I would recommend chopping those bad boys off and letting your tree focus on root and growing big, so that the bigger, stronger it gets faster, you'll actually get a better crop and sooner. If you get a big, which I have had these in the past, a big avocado like this on a little twig, what's going to happen? A little bit of wind, boom, the twig breaks. So now you lost your avocado and a branch. So I wouldn't focus on these flowers. On this tree, where are we? On this guy right here? Yeah, if flowers actually, take place and the bees do their job and the flower actually strives and lives good, I might keep 1 or 2 on there just because it's big enough, it's strong enough, and I'm actually going to transplant this today or tomorrow into either a 4x4 or a 28.5-gallon pot. Those 28-gallon pots are those big ones over there. You see one of them with the white dot over there. All right, where are you at? It's kind of hard to work backwards. So these pots right here, those are the big 28-gallon pots. And you could grow avocado trees in there, no problem, and collect 10 fruits off of them, no problem. Warts does great. The gem does well. Even a reed. What else? What are the trees that are small and good in variety? But basically those ones. And there's a few more that you could grow in those big pots, and they work out great. Anyways, enjoy the video. Do me a favor, hit like and share if you enjoy the video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care, guys.